Okay, this is the Far From Shore read aloud, starting with paragraph 5. There are 37 people on the ship. 15 are scientists, one chief scientist, which would be the one that was in charge of pretty much everything, 6 marine mammal observers, 2 birders. So remember, a birder is a bird scientist, and she says one of them is me. 2 oceanographers, and 4 visiting scientists. The remaining 22 aboard include the captain, cooks, engineers, and a variety of NOAA officers who navigate and drive the ship, and the deck department folks, which are people, who clean and paint the ship and help us collect our data by driving the small boats and running the cranes and winches for casting nets and other equipment. Okay, that gave us a ton of information. There's 37 people on the ship, 15 are scientists, and all the rest do things on the boat. So just to show you here, this is the stern of the boat. It says a frame to deploy equipment. So whatever this is, it helps get maybe boats or something into the water. It's something, because this one also is as J-frame to deploy equipment into water. So I'm guessing these are both some ways the scientists get things into the water, because deploy equipment means to get these things out. Deploy means to get out, to move out. Okay, and then there's a boat for science. And here are some labs. Staterooms are going to be bedrooms. And here's a rescue boat. Up here it says mast for internet connection to satellite. So they have something sticking up as high as possible. That's doing some kind of connecting to internet. That's all we can see on this page, so I'm going to scroll down just so we can go ahead and look at the whole picture. Actually, this would be considered a diagram because it's a drawing with labels. So I'll put my face over here. It's so weird saying I'll put my face somewhere. Again, we have some life rafts. Mess is what they would call like the kitchen area. The captain's cabin. The captain is the guy who runs the boat, and that's his cabin, so that's where he would live. There's an anchor, and again, this is called the bow. So that's, I think, and I suck at boating, I'm sorry. I think that is where the front part of the boat is. Jackstaff, I have no idea what that is. The bridge, that was what she was talking about, where they spend a lot of their time. It has the canopy, so a flying bridge with canopy right here. With the telescopes and everything, that's where they sit so they can look for the wildlife. Okay, so back to this page. Okay, paragraph 6. I have worked with many of the scientists before and know most of the ship's crew well. I've spent almost 2 of the past 4 years living and working on the MacArthur II or MacArthur II. So the first few days are always fun, catching up with others and learning what they have been doing over the months since the last trip. So half of her life in the past 4 years has been spent on this ship. So it says, although over the next months we will collect data on many aspects of the marine ecosystem, the primary focus of the trip is to find out what is happening to the populations of the spotted and spinner dolphins. So there's spotted dolphins and spinner dolphins that they are worried about. It's just that special kind, like we have with dogs, like Yorkies and Huskies and bulldogs. So spotted and spinner are a type of dolphin. This is a picture with a caption that says, the dry lab is where the computers are located. You would want them dry because there's a lot of electricity. It says there is a wet lab as well, and the wet labs have 2 large sinks, one with fresh water, the other with salt water. There are samples from net tows and other scientific activities are processed. Okay. I really don't know too much about that, but I'm really excited to learn. Paragraph 8. Why do we want to know about spotted and spinner dolphin numbers? There are several threats to these animals. The primary, which means the first one, is one used to be the yellowfin tuna fishery. In the ETP, tuna and dolphins are often found in large schools together. This is not a school like where you are right now. So they're swimming together. So these tuna fish and dolphins kind of swim together. Tuna frequently are caught by a method called purse seining or signing, I'm not sure. A net is dragged to surround a tuna school. So all these little tuna fish are swimming around and they throw a big net out. Think Finding Nemo. Come on. We know exactly what this is when we think Finding Nemo. So the net is dragged around that school of fish, that group of fish, and then closed. If there are dolphins in there with the tuna, they are caught as well, just like Nemo. He wasn't supposed to be in that net. In the past, tens of thousands of dolphins drowned each year in the purse seines. That's because dolphins, unlike fish, need to be able to hop out of the water. Sorry, my camera, I can't remember which direction it goes. They need to get out of the water so they can get oxygen through the air because they don't take in their oxygen like fish do. All right. This is a needless loss of life caused by a great outcry in the general public and scientists in the 1970s. Okay, so people found out about this and they were very angry. The result was the formation of the United States Marine Mammal Protection Act. And just remember, a dolphin is technically a mammal, even though it lives in the ocean. And this law protects dolphins and other marine mammals in the United States waters. That's very important to remember, United States. It says, now most marine animals are also protected by an international law. That's because when we're in the ocean, you can't just see where another country or state takes over the water area. Like when you're driving, I can go to Ohio right now, and I know exactly when I cross the border from Indiana to Ohio. It's not like that in the ocean. And before I stop this video, I do want to go over the graph. It says, this is a graph showing the numbers of dolphins killed in the yellow fin tuna purse seine fishery has declined. Okay. So, move my face. There we go. Dolphins by catch. Okay, we have the total number of dolphins. So this is how many dolphins they are. It's very weird up and down here. Offshore spotted dolphins are these bigger dashes. So these are the spotted. And then the spinner, wow, they are really down low. There's hardly any of them left. So yeah, I can understand that concern very much because there's a whole bunch of different kinds of dolphins, but they're most concerned about the spotted, which actually seem better than the spinner. So if I had to make a guess, I would be most concerned about spinner, even though I'm concerned about all of them. My next video would start up on paragraph 9.